Hello, and welcome to Financial Fluence. In today's video, we'll talk about the habits or routines that are seriously harming your brain. Number 1. Overindulging in sugar. Add brain damage to the conditions like type 2 diabetes, dental caries, and obesity that we already associate with consuming a lot of sugar. So you might be wondering how too much sugar can influence your brain. The body's capacity to absorb proteins and nutrients is interfered with when sugar is consumed in large quantities over an extended period of time. Malnutrition could result from this, which inhibits brain development. This occurs because the body cannot supply adequate nutrients to the brain because there are not enough nutrients in the bloodstream, which inhibits the brain's ability to grow and develop. Sticking to alternatives like antioxidant-rich sweets like dark chocolate and raspberries would be a much better decision for both your brain and your waistline, as eating too many sweets can harm your memory and cognitive function. Number 2. Insufficient sleep. For many busy professionals, getting little sleep is a major issue. Lack of sleep can lead to a number of problems, including excessive daytime fatigue, depression, and memory loss. According to recent research, getting insufficient sleep can really make your brain smaller. The area of the brain that suffers when you don't get enough sleep is the hippocampus. The brain's capacity to retain new knowledge can be hampered by even one night of insufficient sleep. Numerous studies have demonstrated that only during the sleep cycle does the brain rid itself of toxins. Lack of sleep can also result in brain cell death, which slows down thinking, hampers learning, and affects memory, focus, judgment, and decision-making. Number 3. Listening to loud music while wearing headphones or earbuds. People have a natural tendency to increase the volume of their music. It enhances the enjoyment and immersive quality of the music. You should avoid using earphones or headphones to listen to music all the time at a loud volume because it can harm your hearing. But your ears aren't the only ones who suffer. Age-related brain issues like Alzheimer's disease and brain tissue degeneration are linked to hearing loss in older people. When your brain has to work harder to comprehend what someone is saying, it is unable to memorize what you've heard. Adjusting the level of your earbuds is a terrific technique to preserve your hearing and allow your brain to perform more effectively. One test to make sure your volume is not too loud was provided by headphonesty.com. According to the Digital Headphone magazine, after removing your headphones, hold them out in front of you at arm's length while maintaining your optimum volume. If you can clearly hear the music, consider lowering the volume and repeating the process. In order to give your ears ample time to rest, they advise that you try to take regular pauses throughout the day. Number 4. Skipping breakfast. A common reason why individuals skip breakfast is to save time or stick to a diet. Few individuals are aware that skipping breakfast might actually harm your brain. After a restful night's sleep, the body needs appropriate calories. Therefore, skipping breakfast deprives the brain of these crucial nutrients. A 15-year Japanese research of nearly 80,000 participants found that those who regularly skip breakfast had higher risks of stroke and high blood pressure. By lowering blood glucose levels, skipping breakfast has a negative impact on how well the brain functions. So make sure to eat something in the morning before leaving your house. Number 5. Overeating. Overeating causes us to put on weight, feels heavy, and raises our risk of developing serious illnesses. You might not know it, but it can also seriously harm your brain, which is another fact. It damages our mental capacities by hardening the arteries in the brain. Number 6. Keeping your head tucked under the pillow. For a brain to operate normally, oxygen is crucial. Your brain performs worse when you breathe less air. Sleeping with a blanket or comforter on top of your head causes you to breathe in less than 20.95% of oxygen. When you hide under the covers, do you feel warm and cozy? Certainly. Does reducing the aggravating effects of too much light or sound in the morning help? It does, of course. However, it will lead to an increased intake of carbon dioxide, which means you're putting your brain cells at danger for damage. Before we continue, I'll give you time to subscribe, like, and switch on the notification bell to be notified when a new video is uploaded. Number 7. Multitasking. It's likely that you've heard that multitasking hinders productivity. It turns out that doing this also confuses your thoughts and decreases your productivity. Earl Miller, a neurologist at MIT and one of the world's foremost authorities on divided attention, claim that human brains are not designed to multitask efficiently. When people pretend to multitask, what they're really doing is quickly flipping between one thing and another, and there is a cognitive penalty each time that they do. Number 8. Insufficient water intake. Since water makes up over 70% of the human body, it is essential to all physical processes, including brain function. You'll be able to think more quickly, stay focused, and enjoy more clarity and creativity when your brain is operating on a full supply of water. Water is necessary for both removing toxins from the body and supplying nutrients to the brain. Better focus and mental alertness are ensured when the brain is properly hydrated, as this will increase the efficiency of the exchange of nutrients and toxins. Number 9. Smoking. The impact that engaging in this habit has on your brain is perhaps the worst. Smoking has numerous detrimental impacts on your brain, in addition to lung and even heart issues. In specific regions of the brain that control balance, coordination, and both fine and gross motor skills, smoking harms cell membranes and neuronal survival. Additionally, it thins the cortex, which is where functions like language, memory, and perception take place. And it can result in issues like dementia, Alzheimer's, and sometimes even death. Indirectly, excessive smoking induces neuroinflammation, which can result in multiple sclerosis, also known as MS, an inflammatory disease. Number 10. Consuming alcohol. The instant alcohol enters the bloodstream, it starts to have an impact on a person's brain. In a healthy person, the liver swiftly filters the alcohol, assisting the body in eliminating it. But when someone drinks too much, the liver cannot process the alcohol quickly enough, which results in the rapid changes in the brain that are commonly referred to as getting drunk. When ingested in larger doses and over longer durations, alcohol leads to chemical abnormalities. Chronic alcohol use also causes a decrease in brain capacity. Men and women experience brain injury in slightly different ways, but age and alcohol consumption both accelerate the loss of brain tissue in both sexes. Alcohol abuse is defined as consuming more than 2 units per day for men and 1 unit per day for women. Number 11. Working when sick. Here's one to use if you ever need to skip work. Whenever we are overworked, we frequently get sick. Working when unwell is unavoidably stressful because it reduces the brain's productivity and heightens stress levels. According to one study, people who had a cold reported feeling less awake, having a worse mood, and have slower thinking. They responded slowly, learned new knowledge more slowly, and took longer to complete tasks involving verbal reasoning and semantic processing, according to the results of a second series of tests. The body and the brain are already working extra hard to fight the virus while we are ill. Working when ill simply makes things worse, so take some time off, unwind, and recover. Number 12. Not working out. The brain responds greatly to exercise. Your heart rate rises, which increases the flow of oxygen to your brain. Additionally, it aids in the physical production of several hormones that all contribute to helping create an environment that is favorable for the development of brain cells. Exercise is also proven to promote mobility and flexibility, as well as lower stress levels in the body. Your mobility and motor abilities start to deteriorate if you don't exercise enough. Exercise releases endorphins, which are pleasant hormones, and studies have shown that endorphins help keep us young. Overall, exercise not only benefits the brain, but also your heart and lungs. You must learn to take care of your brain if you have any interest in its health or the caliber of your thinking in the now or the future. You can improve your memory, learning, mental toughness, and overall brain health by making a few small changes to the way you live. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked or found value in the video, do give us a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing for more content like this. With that said, have a great day you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.